Looking for a complete step-by-step guide on how to set up flat rate shipping in WooCommerce? You are in the right place. Flat rate is one of the most popular shipping methods used by e-commerce stores across various niches. In this in-depth tutorial, I'll show you how to add flat rate shipping in WooCommerce using the built-in settings and with an easy-to-use plugin. Now, let's see how to set up flat rate shipping using WooCommerce built-in settings. So, first of all, we will go to WooCommerce and then to Settings. Now, click on the Shipping tab. First, we'll add a new shipping zone by clicking on the Add Zone button. Here, you can define the shipping zone name, whatever you want. Then, select a zone, region or country where you want to set up the shipping rules. For example, I'm selecting the US. Now, click on the Add Shipping Method option. This will open a new pop-up where we can select the flat rate shipping option. Choose flat rate and click on the Continue button. Once you do that, you can define the shipping method name, whatever you prefer. For example, flat rate shipping, standard shipping, or just go with the default one, flat rate. Then, you need to define whether this shipping method is taxable or non-taxable. We'll go with taxable. Next, enter the shipping amount. For example, let's say I'm adding $10 as the shipping price. So, this is how you can set up a normal flat rate shipping method in WooCommerce. WooCommerce also provides some dynamic costing options. For example, we can calculate shipping based on different parameters such as the quantity of items in the cart, cost of the items in the cart, or by setting up percentage-based fees with minimum and maximum fee limits. For example, if you want to charge $2 for each item in the cart, type the desired rate, 2 in this case, add a space and add asterisks for multiply, and then add a placeholder for quantity surrounded by brackets. If you want to set it based on the cost of items in the cart, use a placeholder like cost. For example, if the cart has items worth $10, and the cost is set to 2 multiplied by cost, the shipping amount will be $20. The last dynamic value we can set is based on the percentage. To do that, you'll use a calculation placeholder just like I added. This will calculate 10% of the cart subtotal. For example, if the subtotal is $20, the shipping fee will be $2. You can also define minimum and maximum fees. So, if you set the minimum fee to $15 and the calculated fee is lower than that, WooCommerce will apply $15 as the shipping amount. Likewise, you can add a maximum fee. This is how you can set up dynamic values with the flat rate shipping method. Now, let's see how this flat rate shipping method appears on the front end of our e-commerce store. We are on the cart page, and here you can see that the flat rate shipping method is applied with the amount we have set up from the settings. As I mentioned earlier, the built-in settings in WooCommerce allow you to set basic flat rate shipping rules. However, there's no option to set advanced rules based on cart total, product weight, user roles, and other real-world conditions. Similarly, the price formula options are pretty basic. To avoid these limitations, many store admins prefer to use a plugin like Flat Rate Shipping Plugin for WooCommerce, which we'll explore in detail in just a few minutes now. Let's get started. First, get your plugin from .store and install it on your website. Once you install and activate the Flat Rate Shipping plugin on your website, you can go to the .store plugins and the Flat Rate Shipping menu from the right sidebar. Here, you can set up multiple flat rate shipping method rules by clicking on the Add New button. To add a new rule, you can click on the Add New button, but for this example, we have already created one shipping method rule, as you can see. So let's click on the Edit button to view the configuration. Here, you can see the shipping method configuration section is enabled. First of all, you need to enable this toggle to activate the rule. You can set the shipping title for admin purposes, and then in the next field, enter the shipping method name that will be visible to your customers on the front side. Here, you can enter the shipping amount, whatever you want. You can also add dynamic values based on placeholders, just like we've seen with the default WooCommerce shipping configuration. You can view all the detailed information in this section, or review the documentation. If you want additional quantity-based rules for the cart or specific products, you can enable this option and configure the shipping amount accordingly. For now, let's keep it disabled. With the advanced settings, once enabled, you can enter more advanced configurations like estimated delivery time. You can also configure the shipping method based on specific timelines, such as start date, day of the week, or a specific time period. If you want, you can enable or disable free shipping method rules based on a minimum order amount, free shipping on a specific coupon, or even enable it only for specific products in the cart. You can also define shipping methods based on the advanced weight-based and quantity-based rules. Add tooltips or subtitles for a detailed description to your customers. For example, you can add tooltips like, get delivery within 1 or 2 business days. After that, you'll find a conditional rules section. Here, you can define different criteria and conditions to enable the shipping method. You can set it up based on the specific location, such as country, state, city, zone, or postcode. Product-based parameters such as product, category, and tags. User role-based conditions, such as wholesale or customer. Moreover, cart-specific rules such as subtotal, quantity, cart weight, dimensions, shipping class, and finally, payment gateway-based rule to enable shipping method based on selected payment methods. As I mentioned earlier, this plugin provides many advanced rules that you can't configure using the default WooCommerce flat rate shipping options. This allows you to handle real-world shipping scenarios. In this example, we have selected 2 conditions for this flat rate shipping rule. The first condition is that the country must be set to the US, and the second condition is that the cart subtotal must be greater than $159. Only then will this shipping method be enabled. If you need even more advanced pricing rules, you can enable the advanced pricing rule option. Here, you can set pricing based on the product quantity, weight, or subtotal based rules. Click on Add New Rule, select a specific product, define the quantity range, and then set the additional shipping amount. This is how you can set up advanced pricing rules for your shipping method. For this example, let's go with a simple rule. So, disable these advanced pricing rules for now. After configuring all the settings, click on the Save Changes button here. Now that our settings are saved, let's see how this flat rate shipping method is applied on the front end of our e-commerce store. So, we have added one product to our shopping cart, and now let's see how the flat rate shipping methods are applied to the cart total. As you can see, currently one flat rate shipping method is applied here that's coming from WooCommerce default configuration that we set up earlier. Now, to see the shipping options from our flat rate shipping method plugin, as we configured in our plugin settings, the shipping country must be set to US and the cart subtotal should be greater than 159. So, let's increase the quantity to meet the required subtotal and check if our flat rate shipping method appears. As you can see, now that our cart subtotal is greater than 159, our extra flat rate shipping method is displayed here. You can select this option, and you'll also notice the tooltip description we added from our plugin configuration section. Now let's go to the checkout page, and here you can see that the shipping method is selected by default. You can fill in all the required billing details and complete the checkout process. After placing the order, you can see the order details. We've successfully completed the order using the express shipping method, which comes from the advanced flat rate shipping method plugin. So, this is how you can configure the flat rate shipping method within the default WooCommerce setup, as well as using our plugin Flat Rate Shipping Methods for WooCommerce, which offers many more advanced conditions and scenarios that you can configure. It helps you maximize your shipping strategy and revenue through flexible shipping method configurations on your store. So explore the plugin, check it out, and see how you can make the most of it to take your shipping strategy to the next level. For premium plugins, visit our website. To test the plugin, click the link provided in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more WooCommerce tips like this. Thank you for watching.